Well, 6:30 here on Tuesday evening, and we just hit a trade on ES here. Wasn't able to get it on screen. It happened so quick, but we had one of our setups on here on the 5-minute time frame. It took it a while. It started over here and took us to here to get our entry for the confirmation. So once we got that, we got in, and I missed the initial one. I was looking at one of my other screens, but got my profit level up here and got back out on 2 contracts. So quick little trade. Had a couple other trades today during work and lunch break. Um, let's look at gold. I mean, gold's not doing much right now. It's just in copper. NQ and ESR. It's too late to enter now. Like, if you're seeing some of my videos, you don't chase this. It's too late. Get over here. Here's my meta trade from earlier today when I got it. This came out of a T zone here. And once we got confirmation for that, we got in here at 659.80, and we were out up here at 666.44. So pretty good trade. And then this morning earlier we got one on NQ earlier today. I don't have it marked yet, but got one on it. We had 3 good trades today. But like I'm sure you know, I'm working man just like everyone else, and just try to do a trading on the side, do trading on a break at work or when I can, and try to make a little bit extra. But you got to know how to read the market structure. That's what I do. That's how all my trades are structured. We're not inversing a 30-second fair value gap or anything, or 1 minute. We're looking at stuff on the 5-minute, letting the structure tell us where we're headed. Make sure the 15-minute and 1 hour are telling you the same. And then you have a high probability trade. You can catch things like this instead of looking at all this chop in here and trying to catch something on a 30-second or 1 minute. You can catch this move, or like this move here. This was I missed this morning, but this was an entry right here on this. Or yeah, no, I got this one. This is the one I got right here off this rejection right here. I got that one. That was the one I made this morning. Wasn't on NQ, but Tesla chop. I mean, this does look like a lot of chop, I think, to most people, but right here, this candle right here tells me the next candle has a probability of continuing up, and I can get a good little trade off of it. And you can real quick. And like that trade there on Tesla, you could have took it from, let's see where we are right here, 398.30 up to 399.18. So not quite $1 a share, but still good trade. Let's see what gold got doing. It wasn't doing much. It's trying to do a little something there. NQs are about, you kind of had an inclination that the bulls are kind of still in control here because above the 50% mark of our supply zone from today. Now, if we would have gotten below it down here, then we could assume, hey, the bears are gone. But now we're heading up here to supply. We'll see if sellers are active here and get a rejection out of that supply zone. If we do, then we can look for shorts out of that. But until we get confirmation, we're just sitting there patiently and waiting. So, waiting for a breaker structure, waiting for a rejection out of a key zone, waiting for a sweep. This is a start of something here, but if we don't wait, we're just guessing, and when we get to guessing, we start blowing the old concept. But if you have a question, feel free to ask in the chat. Throw it in there. I'll try to answer the best I can. Just kind of waiting on something to set up. You see, we had a good push here in Q and ES both, but they follow each other similarly. But the initial setup for this actually started down here because we come down, swept, and then we reclaimed our area. But then after the reclaim, we got to wait for some confirmation to get an entry, and we finally got that. And if you really don't know how to read market structure, you're really just guessing when you enter these trades. It took me some time to figure that out and start figuring these things out. We're not trading. I'm not trading on the 30-second or the 1 minute. That's where a lot of retail traders trade, but I want to trade with the institution because I would say a lot of retail traders chase this big candle, and now they're just stuck here waiting on something to happen. Let's go back over to gold and look at it. Yeah, just nothing going. I mean, we haven't looked at any structure of it. Yeah.
Have you died?
Yeah.
Sorry.
All right.
Oh, I just meant to.
Just waiting on something to happen now, just gonna sit here and wait, be patient. You don't want to jump into something. And, oh, here, here was another trade on ES right here. This candle right here this morning gave me the clue that, we were gonna go up. If you don't know what this candle means, and it can be red or green, it doesn't matter. It's telling you the same thing right here. Um, and it's something I'm going to start teaching and showing people because I don't see it taught a lot. But we did catch this trade right here earlier. You see, I had my lines marked here. That was the entry right there, and we took it up in here and got out. Just trying to take base hits every day, and that's it. We're not trying to hit a grand slam every time we're in a trade. Yeah, but let's look at NQ. See what we got on NQ. It's going to be about the same as DES. So gold's not done anything yet. We're just kind of we haven't broken above this range here yet, so we still got we got to get above this, get a retest, and then see if we can come up this liquidity pool. And then if you can break above this liquidity pool, you're looking at coming right here. That's 40.77. And this is a 5 minute time frame. This is what I look at all my day trading structure on. So if you're going to swing trade, you can look at 15 minutes or the 1 hour. But now I've used the 15 minutes to day trade sometimes. But just depends. And I'll use the 15 minute and the 1 hour when I day trade just to make sure the higher time frames are aligning with what I'm doing. Because if they're not aligned with what I'm doing, then the trade's not going to be as clean. If you want me to look at something else, just shoot it in the chat, and I'll see what we can find. Aftermarket looks like AMD broke below its regular trading hour demand, but we'll see if it stays down there when we open tomorrow. But you can kind of tell here, if you look at this area right here, you knew you were going to get a move here at some point because you just kept accumulating and they just kept getting more and more orders taken. You see the wicks, they just kept taking them, and then it took more, and then finally we got the big crop. Apple, it's going up there too. Get back on gold. Nope. Yes. I would think we'll come on up here and sweep this high right here before we go in reverse. That would be the most logical thing to do, but they may not get it up to there. But we're awful close. We got 1 minute to close on this 5 minute candle, so we may. There we go. We just closed. So We'll see if this one goes up there and gets it. This candle here may try to go up and take it and then come back down. If you're good at trading structure or can read market structure, then ES is pretty good. It really respects a lot of structure. Yeah, we caught this right here. Entry was right there earlier, and we caught this little run up here. We just had one contract. You know, there's not as much liquidity here in the Asia session, so we just try to manage risk. And, hopefully you can pick something up here on screen when we're talking about this stuff and help you out. Because we come down here and swept. This is where this whole trade, the entry was here, but the trade started down here. We came down, we swept, we reclaimed it, got confirmation, got the entry candle, and then on the break we're in. And you just gotta wait for confirmation. Don't guess because you get destroyed. Just like I would imagine a lot of people chased this right here, and then they immediately got stopped out. I mean, this could be another setup. It could be a failed continuation setup too. So there's a couple of different ways you could trade this. I just traded it as a sweep and a reclaim trade, but and I do not see a lot of people teaching that or showing it by any means. But yeah, now we're getting close. We ought to come on up here and sweep this out, and then we may scroll back down. It is Asia session, so it's going to take a little bit longer than usual. New York at the open, we'd be done in about 15 seconds. This morning here, trade I took, this candle here gave me the entry signal, and then got in over here on this candle when we broke above it. Took profit up here somewhere. I just kind of got a general range on my arrow this morning, so somewhere in there. Got that this morning, and then took another one on Meta. We're close. We just haven't quite made it yet. Meta trade, here it is. Got in right here, out up there. That was I was in at, let's just call it 664 and out at 660, 640. So pretty good trade on that. But that's this, like Meta here as an example. That's why I don't trade the 30-second or the 1 minute. I want to try to catch the bigger moves. Be patient and wait on a good one. Let's see, did we take that yet? We just, I would think we would get this one taken before we pull back a little bit. I mean, that seems most logical. We are getting a little bit exhausted right here, as you can tell, because we're wicky a little bit. But I would think we'd still go ahead and wick on up there and take it. But we're struggling to get over right here. But we have broken a lot of structures up right here. So we may just get a pullback and back on up. But it's got to wait. Let the price tell us what's going to happen. And if you got something else in mind for me to look at while we're waiting, just shoot something in the chat there and I'll try to take a look, see what we can see. May not make it up there yet, but we're only 1 minute into this 5-minute candle. And a lot of times if you'll watch and notice, you won't get that final movement won't happen until the last minute or 30 seconds of this candle. You just got to sit there and watch. Because, even though we're looking to go long, I'm just giving you an example here, not saying this what this is doing, but if you're looking to go long, price is dumping for the first 3.5 minutes of a 5-minute candle, you have to be careful because it may reverse and finish in the direction you were wanting to go. So you just have to watch. We get so close every time in order to take that out. Just can't do it. I mean, we're real close to that. But, so we'll just sit here and wait and see what we come up with on this. I don't know if we'll get in a trade or not. We may not. Like I said, we got this one already. And I think I've taken 3 trades today total, counting this one. So 3 or 4. That's it. I generally don't take that many. Just like to be patient and take good trades. Because if you just hit a base hit every day, at the end of the month, you will have knocked in a bunch of runs. So don't let all the hype get you on one trade. You're trying to win everything. Just be patient, get small wins, and they'll keep adding up. And over time, you're going to be. Oh, there we went finally. It finally took it. Now we may reverse. But that's all I'm going to do this evening. Had a day at work. I'm sure just like a lot of you, and figured I'd get on here and give you a little update on what I see in the market. A few things you need to look for. We'll get back on in the morning early, probably I don't know 5:30 or 6, and see what the pre-market stuff looks like, and let it tell us what we got coming. So we will see you guys all in